Good evening, Mr. Flint.
Good evening, Mr. Flint.
May I?
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
You're welcome. Excuse me.
You're quite accustomed to being admired by women, aren't you? All those ridiculous...
Size? Yes, you're quite right. They are ridiculous. I must say it's refreshing to be with a beautiful woman who's above that sort of thing.
Why, I never said I was above that sort of thing. What I meant was...
Yes?
You really are good at it, Mr. Flint. Tell me something. What is it about you that makes you so irresistible to women?
It's very simple. I don't compete with them. Now that ends the suspense.
You're quite right. I was curious. Well, now you've had the tour, and so have I. It's getting late, Mr. Flint. Shall I have them take you to the airport now?
No, I want to see the girls.
The girls?
Where are they?
They left this morning.
Look, I just came from Moscow. I had a talk with a little ballerina named Natasha. There are 2 cosmonauts up there, and my girls are here. There's a connection. What is it?
Cosmonauts?
Mm-hmm.
Ballerinas? Oh. I think we should take him to the office.
Lead on, ladies.
Now, let's not have that media discussion all over again. The announcement has to be on television the same time everywhere. Understood?
Do you mind? Come along, Mr. Flint. Ladies, this, of course, is Derek Flint. Miss Elizabeth?
Miss Elizabeth.
Miss Simone.
Miss Simone.
And Miss Helena.
Miss Helena. Ah, but I know all of you ladies. Fashions, cosmetics, publications, communications. You're all very famous ladies. What you don't manage, you control. What you don't control, you influence. What you don't influence, you probably one day will inherit.
That's very well put, Mr. Flint. Don't you agree, ladies?
Indeed.
All silo personnel stand by. Ready for missile loading.
Excellent. Excellent.
Well, I must say that this is quite a sight for a mere man to be present here among all of you. This summit conference of brains and beauty, all sitting here watching a rocket being prepared. Now, what could that mean? Those Russian ladies flying around. You're in control of the space platform?
He's really very clever.
Mr. Flint, you're really quite intelligent for a man. Yes, but it's getting late and there's still a great deal to be done. Run along, Mr. Flint. All your questions will be answered tomorrow. As soon as Project Damocles is complete, we shall return.
Project Damocles.
Project Damocles.
The Project Damocles, it calls for nuclear energy to be used as a threat?
Correct.
What's a totally discredited idea, ladies? No one in his right mind could ever...
Miss Elizabeth, we can't let him leave here now.
No, my dear, you're quite right. Don't be so nervous, Mr. Flint. There's nothing to worry about. By this time tomorrow, women will be running the world. And then you'll see how quickly everything will settle down.
Women running the world. Oh, you can't. Well, yeah, you can't be serious.
Why not, Mr. Flint?
Yes, why not? Oh, come now, Mr. Flint. How many businesses are actually being run by secretaries, mistresses, wives? If the boss goes away for a few days, does the work stop? No, of course not.
That's probably true, but I can't imagine it.
You can't imagine how we poor dear ladies can cope with it all.
Yeah.
Face it, Mr. Flint, we women are outliving you. The wealth of this country, of the world, is concentrated in our dishpan hands. In the laboratories, our reflexes are quicker than yours, our manual dexterity 20% higher, and our patience a damn sight longer.
All right, granted all of that. Now, what's your hurry? Why don't you just wait? It'll all fall right into your laps. You will still have laps when you're all wearing the pants, I assume. But what about the millions of the women throughout the world who may not see your little plan just the way you do?
Did you say millions?
Millions, yes.
My dear, show Mr. Flint how the hairdryer works. Go ahead, Mr. Flint. I think you'll be quite interested.
Hairdryer.
I suppose when the hair is wet, the current is conducted and the programming received.
Brain and hair washing at the same time.
Exactly.
You really think you can get away with this?
Get away with it? Oh, Mr. Flint, think a minute. Think. Now then, hairdryers like these have been in use for some time, correct?
Yes, correct.
Very well. For many years now, every time a woman went into a beauty shop, she came out a little bit more dissatisfied with a man's world. We've been busy, Mr. Flint. I think you'll find the contented housewife is a thing of the past.
Ladies. Forget it.
Forget it! General Carter, what is the meaning of this? Why aren't you with Sebastian getting the flight ready? You know what your orders were.
Shut up and sit down, Your Highness. Playtime is over. Sit, Major. Well, Mr. Flint, I bet you've been getting an earful of this nonsense, too. Well, forget it. The situation is well in hand. My hand. Did you really think we were going to go through all that just for you old broads?
Broads?
Come on now, did you?
But Sebastian believed in us. And so did you. And the girls on the platform.
Sebastian, the actor.
The best.
What's he playing?
The president.
The president?
Yes, he took you all in, didn't he? You know something? He's really enjoying the role. So much so, we're going to make the whole thing permanent.
All this time, the years we spent in planning, he couldn't have fooled us. He was so sincere about our cause.
Oh, yes, he was sincere. But that's before we saw the view from the top.
An actor as president?
Oh, we were fools to trust any man.
I hate to break this up, but I've got to be there when the balloon goes up.
Yes, of course.
Major, escort Mr. Flint personally to the cooler.
The cooler?
Yes.